Katie, and I am actually in the middle of a streak of really hot days here at home. It's been like 30 degrees Celsius every day, and that's without the whatever that, like, humidity and stuff. So it's been really hot. So I've been having a hard time exercising Ava. So if this is Ava back here, Ava, hi. So that's Ava. She's a Doberman. She's 3 years old, and we're just out to get a little bit of exercise. If you have a high energy dog, you know that it can be challenging to keep them properly exercised. Normally I could take her for like nice walks through the neighborhood, but right now it's so hot that her paws will burn really easily on the sidewalk, so I won't do that, of course. So she's been kind of cooped up a little bit for, I guess, a couple days now. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about how to burn off your dog's energy, and I figured I'd do it vlog style. So, Ava, are we gonna go to the park? I wanted to show you what she's like before we go and then after, because I really think there's a big difference. When your dog is well exercised, they're much more enjoyable to have around, and when they have a lot of pent-up energy, it can be really hard to just like socialize with them in the house because they're so amped up a lot of the time. Anyways, so we're here at the dog park. This is one of my favorite ways to give her really good exercise because she gets to socialize a little bit with other dogs, which is great mental stimulation. And Ava, and she gets to run around. She might get to swim a little bit, so we'll see how it goes. So let's get going. Also, guys, I am not a dog trainer. I'm just a person who has a dog and enjoys spending time with her. So I'm just sharing what works for me with my dog. Hopefully this helps you out a little bit or gives you some ideas of how to tire your doggo out so that they're super content and happy and tired. But yeah, definitely consult a dog trainer if you're having any issues, for sure. So one of my favorite commands that we've taught Ava is wait. So that means she never will jump out of the car until I say it's okay. So she's just kind of hanging out here because she knows it's not okay to jump out yet. And then when I say, Ava, okay, she's good to go. Ready to go, Ava? Ready? So I usually just bring a little bag with me to the park of a few things, especially on a hot day. So I will toss her a leash in this bag. I'll also bring a bottle of water for me, and I have her gulpy as well. I'll show you that. And that's just a water container for her. So this is her gulpy. So it just kind of opens up and then the water squeezes into the tray because she gets thirsty. She's playing, she's running around. So this park's awesome. It has just like a big loop that you can walk around in, and it has a little, I don't even want to call it, oh, go and pee. It has like a little stream, I guess. I don't know if you call it a stream, you'll see, running through it so the dogs can kind of cool off in the water, which is nice. It's not necessarily water that I would want to go swimming in, but it's great for the dogs to play in. So yeah, I think it's so good for dogs to be able to be in a new environment or a different environment than just being at home or their regular route around the neighborhood. It's so much more mentally stimulating. They can smell so many new smells, they can see different things, meet different dogs, meet different people, and it really does just give them a much better exercise, and I mean like well-rounded exercise. So not just physical, like it really is mentally stimulating for them, which is so important. So you can see it's a little less of a stream and more of like I don't know, a ditch with water. I actually think it is a culvert, or like it goes, I don't know, goes like under the road, under the highway or something. I'm not sure what it is, but hi Ava, hi. And luckily she's pretty good with, even when we're in a park and it's open, she's off leash. She doesn't usually go very far from me. And I don't know, that's probably a mix of the breed and her personality, but she does like to stick close by. One thing I learned pretty quickly is always wear closed-toed shoes to the dog park. So Ava's gonna have some water now. So this just folds open. Then you give it a squeeze and she gets some nice fresh water in the tray. So now my goal is really just to walk around for long enough that she dries off in the sun, which actually should not take very long. I think she's probably almost dry already. She's starting to lose a little bit of steam. Probably been here for 45 minutes or so. Now I know as well, not everybody's comfortable coming to the dog park, and I totally get that. It is always a little bit of a risk because you can be totally confident with your dog, but you don't know what other dogs are going to be there and how they're going to behave. So I think definitely make yourself aware of dog behaviors and like how they display aggression physically, so then you can sort of monitor situations and maybe keep your dogs away from certain other ones that are causing trouble. The nice thing about this park is it is a little bit bigger. Like I said, you can walk around, so it's not like we're just standing around in a circle watching the dogs play. The owners are actually walking around and getting some exercise as well. It's when your dog finds somebody that they get along with and they play really well together, then you can sort of stop and let them play. But if it's maybe a dog that you're trying to keep a little distance from, then it's really easy to do that in a park like this. Even if you're in a smaller park, just kind of keep lapping around the perimeter of it, and I find that's an easier way to control who your dog is interacting with. So I'm also a big fan of swimming with your dog, or maybe not with your dog, but you know, some sort of a water sport with your dog. So whether that's, Ava, come on, whether that's throwing a frisbee in the water for them, or a ball or something like that. Go take them to a beach, take them to a lake, take them to a cottage or a pool. Ava loves swimming in the pool. It will literally keep her busy for hours. If your dog's not comfortable with water, my suggestion is take your time and get them comfortable with it, if that's something that you think would be a good way for them to expend some energy, because I find it's really great bonding as well, because if you approach it in the right way, you're essentially training them to be comfortable with the water. So I have a place near me, and I'm sure if you Google like canine water sports, there's lots of places that offer lessons on how to teach your dog to be comfortable with the water and then be able to play sports in the water. So I would definitely recommend doing something like that if you're looking for a way to burn off some energy, have some bonding time, train with your dog a little bit. It can be really, really fun. So I'm gonna say she's pretty tired now. She found a shady spot to stand in while she's waiting for me to cool off. She's panting and she's not breaking out into full runs anymore. So I think we're gonna go ahead and head towards the exit. Successful dog park visit. Okay. Waiting in the shade. So here we are back in the car. We had a great time at the dog park, and I think Ava is tired. She had lots of water breaks and shade breaks while we were in there. And I know she doesn't always stop on her own, so I do usually take a moment to sit down on a bench or something, because usually when I sit down on a bench, she'll come sit beside me or lay down beside me, or at least kind of relax for a little bit. So I make sure that she gets those breaks so she doesn't overheat, and now she gets to relax in the car in the air conditioning and cool off. Okay. We are back home. And I betcha any money, Ava's just going to go inside, go into the kitchen, and lay down on the floor because it's tile and it's nice and cool. What are you doing? Boom. Success. Aves, was that fun? Was that fun? Yeah. So let me know if there's anything that you do to tire out your dog, especially if they're high energy. I love getting new ideas, but definitely the dog park is awesome if that's something that you're comfortable with, as well as swimming, but also doing stuff like if you have to be inside, you know, playing some inside games, maybe hide and seek. So either like I hide and she finds me, or I'll hide a treat for her and she has to go find the treat. That's a really fun one as well. Anyways, let me know if you have any ideas of how to tire out your high energy dog. I would love to hear them. I hope everybody has an amazing day.